It's a quiet spring morning at Trump Golf Links in Ferry Point. On the other side of the East River, there was a contrasting scene taking place in downtown Manhattan.
In the frame, he just waved.
On a historic day in America, dozens of Americans have flocked the street to either celebrate or protest the indictment of former President Donald Trump. However, here in the Bronx, at Trump's infamous golf course, it is radio silent.
President Trump, will you come speak to us?
A New York grand jury voted to indict the former president over his alleged involvement in a hush money payment scheme during the 2016 presidential campaign. 2 days after the announcement, Trump sounded off on the verdict on his site, Truth Social. In two separate posts, Trump claims that the indictment is an attack on our country and calls for protests in order to take our nation back. Regardless of the low turnout of Trump supporters protesting across the 5 boroughs, the NYPD did prep for potential unrest.
And unfortunately, by where I was, we had to barricade everything because they thought something bad was going to happen.
Despite the lack of protests seen in the city, Trump supporters did voice their opinions about Alvin Bragg's decision to investigate the former president.
Today, I hope that he gets off because he don't deserve this.
I'd support him. All the people I know just point at this and say, look, they're afraid of this guy.
Even though it was a quiet afternoon in the Bronx, one resident believes that the attack on the Capitol on January 6th played a factor in the shortage of protests.
We kind of saw it coming that people weren't going to be out because the last time people really came out at his word, a lot of people lost a lot, if not everything.
By the end of the afternoon, only one major protest was reported in Manhattan. Is the lack of protesters a sign of disinterest from voters and will cost Donald Trump's potential bid for the 2024 presidential election? USA! Only time will tell. For New York University, this is Tatiana Alejandra.